Welcome to Lorraine County Community College for the men's basketball game featuring the Hocking College and Lorraine County Community College. At this time, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem. At this time, we are going to...
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome inside the Ewing Activity Center for today's matchup between Lorraine County Community College and Hocking College. And before we start the game, we've got a ceremony to honor the 4 sophomores that will be playing their final home game for the Commodores today for Lorraine County Community College. And for that, we're going to head down to the court for Coach Marty Eggleston as he introduces each of the 4 young men playing their final home game this afternoon here at Lorraine County Community College.
Goal and our hope and our dreams are to build them as strong men and great athletes, and the job is to move them on to bigger and better things. Quickly, I would like to thank their parents for allowing me to borrow their most valuable possessions. I hope I don't give them back to you damaged or broken, but I believe these guys really have shown a lot of courage and integrity during the course of the year, so for that we're truly grateful. So, first up, our sophomore all the way from Malaga, Spain, Viva España, along with his entire family, David Bartel Cedeño. Little gift for David to take home with him. A little thank you. David has come to us all the way from Spain. His parents are watching live, so let's wave to his parents and express a little gratitude. Good job, David. Next up, picture. That's a great family photo. Next up, number 12, our shooting point guard forward, all the way from Brunswick, my main man, Alex Wyatt. Come on out, Alex. Escorted by mom, dad, and his sister. Pull your balloon, there you go. Alex. Up next, the man in the middle. Big smooth. Number 25, from Hilliard Bradley, Derek Yankee. Escorted along with his family. last but not least, one of our team captains, all the way from down the street here in Elyria High. Pioneer, right? Pioneer? Pioneers. Jake Marsh, number 24. Good job, Jake. Jake escorted by his parents and not his sister. Nice. Good job, guys. Thank you, Hocking, for your patience. Appreciate you guys. Gentlemen, a job well done. Thank you again, family and friends.
And thank you, head coach Marty Eggleston, the men's basketball coach here at Lorain County Community College. There's a look at the Commodore team as they join their sophomores after being honored here pregame before this afternoon's matchup with the Commodores and the Hawks of Hocking College. Hocking coming into town from down near Ohio University. If you're going from Columbus to Athens, you go through Hocking.
Yeah.
So the Hawks are in here to take on the Commodores. Brian LaRocco, along with Ron Yantz, happy to bring you the final game of the home season this year for Lorain County Community College. Starters go like this. Number 2, D'Angelo Lake for Hocking. Number 15, Ben Hirschberger. 25 is Lamel Holt. Number 32 is a starter. Coming out of that bench area right now, there's Jerron Tinsley. And then rounding out the top 5 for the Hawks of Hocking, number 35, Elias Rebel. For your Commodores of Lorain County Community College, number 1, D'Amico Nelson, a first-year player out of Cincinnati, averaging 9 points per game. There's D'Amico. And then 4 sophomores, honoring the sophomores this afternoon. The first one out, Alex Wyatt, the sophomore from Brunswick, 6'3" forward, averaging 10 points, 5 rebounds per game. At guard, David Cedeno Martel from Spain. Mom and Dad watching at home today in Spain. We say hello to them. Jacob Marsh, number 24 from Elyria, 6'1", sophomore guard, 10 points per game. And then the man in the middle, number 25, Derek Yankee out of Hilliard Bradley High School, the 6'8" sophomore center. Derek averaging 13 points, 8 rebounds. So it's a special day for the sophomores, Brian, their final home game. Still got some games left in the season, a couple of away games plus the conference tournament, but this is the final time they'll be here on campus playing in front of the hometown crowd.
And it's got to feel good when they're being honored like this. We wish them the best of luck for the rest of the season and in their future endeavors as they move on from LCCC in their future.
They'll graduate in May along with the rest of the class of 2020, and that will be another monumental moment for them and their families. Nice to see the families of those sophomores here in attendance today, and it was real cool when David Cedeno Martel was introduced. Coach Eggleston said David is escorted by his entire family, and what that was visually was the entire basketball team here at Lorain County Community College. They marched the young man out from Spain. Mom and Dad couldn't be here today. They'll be here next month, though, David told me. And that was a pretty special moment. I really thought that kind of, tugged at your heart a little bit to see that whole team bring David out.
It's a beautiful moment.
So the Commodores have the basketball to start this game. They are, of course, in their home whites, trimmed in blue and gold. Hocking College here in their road blacks, trimmed in blue and yellow. Not sure exactly what's happening here as we are 8 seconds into this game and already with a stoppage of play. But looks like we're ready to go.
Looks like that Gremlin's back for a little bit of a playful.
Last time these two teams played each other, Hocking won the game down there at Hocking College, 89-77. So it was a close game. Hocking 16-12 overall in the season. This is Yankee with the miss, but Cedeno Martel. David got the rebound, but he got it because he threw a big push. So the foul will go against Cedeno Martel, and that will be David's first.
And speaking of last time that we played Hocking, I was talking to Coach Lawler, and he said that the biggest surprise for what they had last time dealing with Hocking was actually somebody coming off their bench, number 5, Landon Sprigler. He scored 30 points, and he even told me it seemed like he couldn't miss. So that might be the big option for Hocking today.
Springler, a first-year Goward out of New Albany, Indiana. That putback following his own miss with the make is Elias Ravel. Ravel, a 6'5", second-year player. They've got a 6'4", 6'2", 6'5" inside. So the Commodores are going to have their hands full in the paint today. So Daniel Martell will back it out. He'll look for his fellow sophomore. That's Jacob Marsh with a basketball. High screen. A shot clock violation. Commodores come into this game 0-9 in conference play. Hocking is 1-8. Their only win is against Lorain County Community College. So great opportunity today for the Commodores to wrap up the home season with not only a win, but their first win in conference play. And got to finish strong, right, Brian?
They got to finish strong. And as I was talking to Coach Lawler today, he said I was talking about their last time playing, and he said we were surprised because we usually beat Hocking and we usually have an easier time with them. This year, Hocking has just been all over the place, and they've been very good on the inside.
Lots of misses. Those offensive putbacks come back to haunt the Commodores if they can't get that inside play worked out. Whistle away from the ball. Commodores will keep it. We are, again, not sure why the stoppage of play.
I believe it's the shot clock.
It's been the second time in 2 minutes. D'Amico Nelson, the pass into Cedeno Martell. D'Amico's the only first-year player on the floor, honoring the sophomores to start this basketball game today. They're all on the floor, all 4 of them. Hirschberger with the ball. Now it's Holt. Shot clock's at 18 seconds. Hocking with the early 2-0 lead. Offensive rebound, then a block shot. Nice job by Alex Wyatt. Nelson walks it up. Yankee came out of that pileup with the basketball. Derek's going to get the hoop and the foul. Angelo Lake is wondering what he did.
It couldn't have been an easier shot for Yankee, even if he was off balance. He was right next to the hoop, and he had an easy glide to the basket.
Derek Yankee with his first basket of the night. Derek in the loss on Wednesday night, the 70-66 loss to Tri-C. Yankee at 16 points. That loss on Wednesday night was gut-wrenching. I mean, I know the guys, the team took it hard. They played their hearts out. I mean, they were right there in that basketball game against a team from Tri-C that was going for their 16th win. Real good basketball team. And in the end, it didn't work out, but not for lack of effort. You know, especially, Brian, in that game, Derek, their only big, fouled out with 6 minutes left as Marsh drops that 3. Jacob Marsh doing what he does best.
The sharpshooter.
Hitting those threes. He's got 50 on the season, leads the team. But when Derek fouled out, they literally had Jamel Jenkins playing the middle of the 2-3 zone defense. He was in the key playing the middle, and Jenkins is 6 foot. And those guys just kept coming. They kept working hard, grabbing as many rebounds as they could as LaMelo Holt scores, and they were right in it to the end.
I was watching from YouTube because unfortunately I had to work at the good old paint store, but I was watching and I would have to say my most improved player from this season has been Derek Yankee. He's been playing his heart out, and yes, he did foul out, but he's been playing his heart out, and so is Jamel Jenkins and D'Amico Nelson. All these guys have been playing their hearts out. If they have nothing else to be proud of, is the way it is. They have to be proud of the way that they played this season.
This is Wyatt at the free throw line. His final home game. Joined us this year. It's his first year playing for the Commodores, but it's his second year playing college basketball. He played his freshman year at Heidelberg University. Of course, the Brunswick Blue Devil. He was all Greater Cleveland Conference in high school for Brunswick. Alex was a member of the National Honor Society at Brunswick, too. Going to try to get that degree in sports management.
Turnover for the Commodores here. But they look like they want to go on a run. They look like they're on fire right now, and they just want to get that spark going so that they can get a bigger run going.
Home team's up 4. Alex with position. Nice pass to his teammate. And the rebound is D'Angelo Lakes.
Too strong under the basket. All good, though, Derek.
Get it back. Passed it to himself off the backboard. That was interesting. It's like something you do in your backyard.
Trying to have a little bit of a Kobe Bryant tribute there.
Jerron Tinsley with the basket. 3 Hawks have scored in this basketball game. Marsh being defended out top by D'Angelo Lake.
That's a big man to have up top. That should be a mismatch.
6'8". There's the mismatch that you were talking about. They found it with Yankee. Derek had a little on him. Lake was busy guarding Marsh from 22 feet away from the basket. There's Lake into the basket, rolls into the rim, and drops into the net.
That's classic big man move there. Playing the post, just bumping bodies and getting the open basket.
Wyatt saves it, looking for a cutter. They'll keep the ball on the perimeter. Now it's Yankee on that post. Cedeno Martel missed the shot, follows his own rebound. Try to keep it alive, and Hocking will have the basketball back. Up off the bench, ready to come in for the Hawks is number 23, Keemon Morris. Morris, a 6'6", first-year player out of Wester High School in Cincinnati. Brian, you look at that front line for Hocking. They go 6'8" with Lake, 6'7" with Paris off the bench, 6'6" with Morris, who just came in, 6'4" Tinsley, 6'5" Ravel, 2 starters.
It's the size advantage that Hocking has is almost insurmountable compared to the speed that LCC has. We're going to see how they can battle with this.
It's the one struggle that, you know, the Commodores have had really over the years is getting multiple big man. They had, you know, Jamon Jones last year, who was all-conference, fantastic player. But when you've got one big man, like it was last year and like it is this year with Derek, when that one big man gets in foul trouble, and big men get in foul trouble, it's just the nature of the beast. When you're playing inside, there's a lot of, you know, banging bodies and stuff in there. That's gonna happen, and that's why you need multiple big men, so you can roll them out.
Unfortunately, I mean, this is coming from my first session with Coach Eggleston. His main thing with Derek is says you can't teach height. Which, if you could teach height in this world, everybody would be at least 6 foot tall.
So it's an 8-0 run right now as Tinsley just scored inside. Shot was blocked. The block came from Ravel. 8-0 run for Hocking. Commodores were up 8-4. Now they're down 12-8. Coach Eggleston met with the team before the game in the hallway right behind our broadcast position, and he honored the 4 sophomores amongst the group, and then he said, fellas, I just want you to go out today. It's your final home game. Play as hard as you can. Just play as hard as you can is all that he asked him. And that's really all you can ask every time out. Hirschberger with the point inside. It's a 10-0 run right now for Hocking. If you can walk off the basketball court, the baseball or softball field, the football field, the cross-country course, you know, whatever your sport, pick, and you can answer this question: did I play as hard as I could today? Did I run as hard as I could today? Did I defend as hard as I could? And if the answer is yes, then you've got nothing to feel bad about, win or lose.
This team should not feel bad about anything that's happened this season. They've had some big losses, but they've also had some big wins, as another 3 from Hocking. this team has only improved with defensively, offensively. It's just been it has been nice to watch. Unfortunately, they're getting a little bit manhandled here by Hocking.
Well, Ravel hit that three, the 6'5" Ravel, and then got down the floor in time to block Derek Yankee's shot. So, not only is he playing a little offense, as Ravel's got 5 of the 17, but he's playing some pretty good defense, too. There is a timeout on the floor. Commodores need it because Hocking right now is on a 13-0 run. We'll be back.
Timeout, Commodores. 30-second timeout.
My wife Marcia and I are a family. We have a small farm in Avon Lake. We're transitioning to organic farm. It's about 2.5 acres that we're growing on. We're growing a variety of vegetables and spices. We believe in organic because we believe it's the best way to farm. I'm Joe Coleman from Coleman Gardens. Our relationship with the culinary arts program here at Lorraine County Community College was really by chance. My wife was at the annual Empty Bowls by the Lake in Avon Lake, and she just happened to enjoy Chef Adams' New England clam chowder. And the relationship from there has blossomed. We have been more than excited to have the students of the program come on our site and plant. They came out about 6 weeks later, and they harvested and then brought it back here. I believe they were using it for final examination. If they can realize early in their career that buying local, finding places that they can buy fresh produce locally not only supports a local community, but it also lowers the carbon footprint. We would love them to keep coming out and planting on our site, coming back and harvesting it.
Coleman Gardens is just one of the many farms that our culinary program affiliated with in Lorain County. I think of the dairy farm out in Wellington with the Grimm family. The beef cattle farm in LaGrange, Wellington area with the Flynn family, Adele and Eric Flynn Cattle Show. And then, of course, the Coleman Gardens right there in Avon Lake. The culinary program here at Lorain County Community College is outstanding. Chef Adam Smith and Chef Bradley Beal do a fantastic job of getting our students ready to walk into jobs. They graduate, but they've also got jobs waiting for them. Whistle. Off the ball, away from the ball. They're going to say it will go against Hocking.
But you were talking about the culinary. LCCC, they don't talk about the food here that much, and they should be talking about the food here because it's fantastic, and I should know.
Brian, you mean down at the College Center in the marketplace?
Yeah.
What's your go-to spot in the marketplace?
My go-to spot, it's actually the new pizza place.
Yeah.
They're fantastic. They revamped it and everything. It's fantastic.
Marsh had to just chuck that one because the shot clock was dangerously close to 0. So that's a good defensive possession for Hocking College.
Right now, it seems like Hocking College can't do any wrong with the way that they're playing, which they're playing well. You can't say anything bad about it. They're playing well.
Tells you how tough the Ohio Community College Athletic Conference is. Hocking with 16 wins on the season, only one of them has come in conference play. Quick shot off the screen by Landon Springler. 6 players have scored for Hocking right now. Going to get Jalen Jenkins in the game. Jenkins, the first-year point guard. Jenkins is the glue to this team in my estimation. He is the guy that keeps it all together.
He's played very well this year. He should be the second captain on the Commodores because of his energy that he brings and the way that he can control what's going on the court.
Nice job drawing that defense by Springler. Set up his teammate Ryan Archie Jr. for an easy look.
The Hawks know how to share the ball very well as they're doing the full court press here.
It's a 17-0 run. It's about to go to 19. Archie Jr. again. He's got 4. Jenkins. Cutter is Yankee, the trailer. Derek shot rolls and That stops a 19-0 surge by Hocking. Commodores led 8-4 early. And then suddenly it wasn't 8-4. It was 21-8. Sean Paris Jr. with a second three of the afternoon.
It seems like as this game is going on, the Hocking is just making this rim look like a swimming pool with the way they're shooting the ball right now.
Well, you know what, Brian? I'll be interested to see the first half stats when Shelley Miller, the sports information director, brings them to us at halftime, because you're right. The shooting percentage has got to be pretty high. It's one of the rare misses.
That and the assist, because this Hocking team know how to share that ball.
Going to call an offensive foul on Jalen Jenkins. I think it was a better sell, an Oscar award-winning sell by the defender that time.
I was going to say, that was...
He acted like he got run into by a Mack truck. Jenkins is about $150 soaking wet.
That was I think that was an anticipation call, but it's Hawkins' ball.
Commodores in that zone defense. Playing against this team of bigs. Might be the only way that they can go, although Hocking's having no problem with the zone. It's Clark Jr., Damian Clark Jr. with the hoop. Fouls on Jacob Marsh. It's Jacob's first. The depth of this Hocking team. You looked at their roster coming into this game, and goodness, Brian, how many people are on that roster? As Yankee goes in for a baseline dunk. Derek Yankee on sophomore day has 7 points.
As I was counting and I watched that dunk, 17. Their roster is deep here, and they're only missing 2 players today. That would be Hocking. They're only missing 2 players today, and yeah, they run deep on the bench.
They've got 15 active today in uniform. They've already 9 of the 15 have scored, not played, but scored.
Yeah.
So Cedeno Martel will take the ball out on the side. Right near the laps of his teammates on the bench. His active hands, long arms in the passing lane. Scoring. Boy, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. If the Commodores foul them, hit them, tackle them, the Hawks are finding a way to put the ball in the basket.
The ball's going in, and it seems like there's just a magnet in that ball. It's going only towards the Hawks' rim right now.
Foul was on Cedeno Martel. That's David's second. Springler had an opportunity at the three-point play. He's got 4. Foul in the backcourt will go against Landon Springler.
I'm thoroughly surprised the ball didn't go in. With the way that they've been shooting, I'm thoroughly surprised.
Number 5, Landon Springler, his first, team third.
Jalen Jenkins from South High School. Jalen played all 4 years in high school for the Willoughby South Rebels. You know, something else that Jalen did that I think is pretty cool. He worked in hospice care.
Did he?
You know, he was there in the time of people's lives that, boy, if you've got comforting care, that's takes a special person to do that. He was a hospice volunteer all 4 years in high school at Willoughby South.
That's big time. That just shows you how much he does care about people, and that just shows how much heart he really does have, not just for the game, but for life in general.
So Alex Wyatt adds 2 more. He's perfect from the foul line. 4-4. He's got 4 points. Commodores down, though, 17. Good defense. Jacob Marsh.
Great defense.
Great defense. This is Wyatt to Jenkins. Jalen in control. Alex Wyatt for 3. Here comes Hocking on the break. It's Clark Jr. Threw it out of bounds.
He threw it off the referee and then threw it out of bounds.
Commodores' next game will be at Owens Community College. That's this coming Wednesday. Tip-off. It's an afternoon game on Wednesday. They must be pre-predicting bad weather or something. 3 o'clock is the men's tip.
That's an early game.
Brian, last night or yesterday was Valentine's Day. Did your Valentine get you anything special?
No, but I got myself a box of chocolates. And I was happy with that. Also saw Birds of Prey. I would recommend not seeing that movie.
Spot up 3. McKee Freeman. This is Jenkins. Partially blocked. His hesitation dribble, Springler, really creates those opportunities for him to shoot. It gets the defender off of him just for a small window as Wyatt scores inside.
This whole Hocking's team is just, their ball handling skills are just, it's almost like watching a Division I team right now with the way they're handling the ball and the way they're shooting, because as you see there, the passing, the dribbling, and the shooting have all been video game-like as they've been playing right now.
Sean Paris for 3 from the right wing off the backboard. Off the backboard. It's been that kind of half for the Hawks and that kind of half for the Commodores. This is a full timeout, 60-second timeout. So we'll take one as well.
We are Lorain County Community College.
We respond first in a crisis.
We teach your children.
We protect your community.
We care for the elderly.
We start businesses.
We are right here for you, for your family, and for your neighbors.
You can count on LCCC's graduates to keep your community strong, safe, and healthy.
You can count on LCCC.
Coach Eggleston talks often about teachable moments. Him and Coach Keshak. There's John Keshak upper left of your frame there, and Coach Eggleston in the chair talking to his Commodores. Today's a teachable moment. You know, you want to honor those sophomores, play them as much as you can. And the Commodores find themselves down, though, 23 points with less than 15 minutes gone in the opening part of this first half. So they got a lot of work to do.
The biggest lesson right now that they can learn from this is to never quit. This game's not over. There's still a lot of basketball to be played.
Well, plus you start talking about, you know, winning stretches, like let's win the next 5 minutes. And then if you put enough of those together, as Jenkins scores his first basket, if you look at things in smaller pieces, you know, don't look at the big picture. We're down 23. Holy smokes. Oh, my gosh. You know, look at it like, okay, struggling. Let's win the next 5 minutes. And then after that, let's win the next 5. And then the next 5. And then let's see where we're at. Whew. Jenkins.
Alex Wyatt fighting for that ball, too, and Jalen Jenkins.
Marsh with a good pick. Did he knock it off a Hocking Hawk? He did. So Jacob Marsh doing a nice job. All right, 5 subs in for Hocking. 5 in and 5 out.
That's an entire platoon swap. Jeez.
Brian LaRocco, my broadcast teammate, mentioned that Hocking has dressed 15 players today. And I think 11 of the 15 have played, and let's see, what's the count now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of the 11 that have played have scored. Marsh just inside the arc. Yankee with the rebound. Derek back up, soft right hand hook. Got a couple of bounces, and dropped. Yankees got 9.
Got that junior sky hook. Ooh. Defense from D'Amico Nelson.
D'Amico to the basket all by himself. Missed it, but Jenkins puts it back up. Yankees tip will go. Way to stay with it. Commodores. 3 looks at it. Third time was the charm. Yankees got 11. And taking the offensive charge, Derek Yankee doing a nice job on D'Angelo Lake.
Derek Yankee just looking like the big man out there, because he is the big man out there, but he's playing like a small man too. He's taking the charge, he's taking everything.
So Lake just picked up a technical, and he's still complaining. He's on his way to getting a double tech if somebody doesn't get a hold of him and get him on the bench. So we're going to get D'Angelo out of the game. There's number 2 heading to the sideline. So Marsh is going to shoot the technical.
Marsh at the line.
I've absolutely loved watching Jacob Marsh play in his 2 years here at Lorain County Community College. I mean, he's just a humble young man. Always says hello on campus when I see him. Great shooter. Probably the best shooter that, well, one of the best at least, top 3 that we've seen in our time broadcasting the games here at Lorain County Community College. He'll play his final home game here today. He played at Elyria High, 2-year varsity letter winner for the Pioneers.
And the number that he's wearing, 24, must mean a lot to him, especially with the unfortunate, untimely death of the late Kobe Bryant. He shoots like Kobe Bryant. He has the shot, he has the leaning shot like Kobe did. He must have had a huge influence on him, and he's playing just as well.
But credit to D'Amico Nelson for that Derek Yankee hoop. Yankees got 13, but D'Amico made the pick in the backcourt.
Commodores are feeling hot.
Hey, down 13. We were down 19 not that long ago. Actually, they were down 20. They were down 20 at 34-14 with 7:28 left in the half. Now they got a chance to cut it to 11 or 10 with, just over in a 3-minute span.
That's a big-time run. Big-time players.
Spot up 3, and suddenly, well, the putback's good, but that was a bunny by Hirschberger. But suddenly from the outside, Hocking is drawn cold.
About as cold as it was last night.
Goodness, it was cold yesterday. Started getting warmer as the night went on, though, because today the high in northeastern Ohio is like 38 degrees. It was between 12 and 18 degrees yesterday, non-wind chill. Yankee fighting for that rebound along with Nelson, and boy, in the right place at the right time is. Let's see, I thought that was Lamel Holt. Didn't see the entire jersey number, but it's Keemon Morris. Morris wears 23, Holt wears 25. Sometimes you got to wait till the player turns just the right way to see the number.
Especially with these numbers, they seem very small on Hocking's uniforms.
The lob off the side of the backboard, so that's an out-of-bounds opportunity. Commodores will get the basketball.
Trying to put on an all-star performance for everybody here, since this is all-star weekend for the NBA.
Yeah, well, we've seen the lob so far today. We saw one player for Hocking actually pass the ball to himself off the backboard. You usually see that reserved for the dunk contest in the all-star game.
I got Aaron Gordon tonight winning that dunk contest again.
Jenkins had a good look at it. Went from his right hand to his left hand. Nice shot. Just rolled off the back of the rim.
Ice cold from outside the paint, Hocking has become.
This one's going into the stands.
Checking in for the Commodores, Jason Becca.
Somebody's grandmother is here to watch the game, and she almost got knocked right off her bench. I hope she's okay. She is. She's got a smile on her face.
She's all right.
That ball went right into the stands. There she is.
I think she was
left frame, lighter shirt, gray shirt.
I think she was jumping up to get into the game.
Had a big smile. Jason Becca has checked into the basketball game for the Commodores. Becca wears number 3. He's in the left corner right now. There's Jason, cutter to the lane. Marsh keeping it alive. Great feed. Jalen Jenkins. Jacob with his eyes up.
Great play there from Jacob Marsh to Jalen Jenkins.
The ball movement. Outstandingly quick on the perimeter. Ball's loose. Hocking will keep it. Nelson and Yankee with some pretty good defense. D'Amico had to get a little extra spin on that ball for Jenkins to keep it in bounds. That was one of those, like, you just really turn it over hard with your right hand to get it to spin from right to left. Floater, a la Mark Price. I have to ask Jalen next time I see him on campus. I actually run into him fairly frequently. I'll ask him if he knows who Mark Price is.
Yeah.
What are the odds, Brian? Do you think he'll know?
Well, the way that he likes basketball, you know what? I'm going to give it about a 60-40 chance that I know who he is.
Hirschberger hit the 3. Commodores had cut the lead to 12 when Jenkins knocked that shot down.
They're playing with the fire right now. They have all the momentum on their side. They just got to keep up the tempo, keep the foot on the gas.
Hocking will push it. Minute 3 left, opening half.
That was great defense there from Marsh, because there was a couple opens for number 21 on Hocking.
Nice defense. Somebody slapped that ball. Block shot. I don't know if it was Jason Becca or Jacob Marsh. Jalen Jenkins will float it with the right hand all day long. Keep shooting that shot, young man.
He's feeling it. Those teardrops are just falling for him.
He's got 8. Commodores have cut it to 12 once again. 30 seconds left in this half.
That's a good foul. That's a good foul.
Sure is. Ravel was on his way to maybe a dunk along the baseline.
Make him earn it at the line.
It's Jalen's second.
At the line for the Hawks, Elias Ravel.
Hocking's only 64% from the line this year, so they're not that proficient.
Ravel's got 6. Bunch of Hocking players with 6. Springler's got 6. Paris has 6. Ravel still has 6. Hirschberger leads the way. Ben Hirschberger's got 7. Commodores down 13. 22 seconds left. Opening half.
Commodores have finished strong in the second half, and they're looking to finish just as strong with this final possession.
Nelson with a ball fake creates his open look. Went off the back of the rim. Didn't go it. Hocking with a shot. They'll have a chance before the buzzer. It will not happen. Marsh will chuck it. And both teams will head into the locker room. In an entertaining first half, 47-34. Commodores down 13, but it was much worse. They were down 20 not that long ago. They made a strong run to finish out the opening half to keep this game tight. Brian, we're going to head into halftime. We've got a 15-minute break. We've got all sorts of stories that we want to catch people on, or catch them up on campus. Profiles on students, professors, programs, a lot going on the Lorain County Community Campus. And in 60 seconds, we'll tell you each story. So we're going to give you about 13 over the next 14 minutes. Take a look.
My original interest in computer science was I wanted to be a game developer. The games that I was playing, it was something that I wanted to create. I'm a computer programmer. My name's Matthew Augusta. I'm from Lorain. Brand Muscle uses technology to help large corporations to really own the local market. We're really the muscle behind the brand of big companies. I work here in downtown Cleveland. I love working down here. I really wouldn't have this type of experience without my education through Lorraine County Community College. With the help from Early College High School, I was able to get an early degree and be able to get a jump start on my bachelor's degree. For my bachelor's degree, we have a senior design program, and what I had created with my team was an automated drum set. If I could be anything, I would probably be a drummer in a big band. It was the talk of the town. Every group came down to see it. We had a crowd of people. It was like a concert, and we were the rock stars. I would say I'm very geeky, yeah. I think being a geek is pretty cool in my book.
I chose Lorraine County Community College because it was close to home, it was affordable, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do in my life. I'm Jimmy Hozalski. I'm from Wakeman, Ohio. I went to Firelands High School.
I first met Jimmy when he took an anatomy and physiology class with me. He was just a very bright student, and after he got done, I asked him what his future plans were, and he said he was going to go to nursing school. And my response was, why don't you go to medical school?
And I told her that I didn't have the confidence in myself or the knowledge to be able to navigate a pre-medicine major.
And I said, I can help you get there. We don't have traditional students here. We have students that come here with a story of their own.
Just finished my clinical rotations at Ohio University, and I'm getting ready to move to Dayton to do emergency medicine residency at Grandview Medical Center. I chose Dr. Durham to hood me at graduation because she really became my mentor and guided me to this place that I am in my life, so I couldn't think of a better person to do it.
There are many things I want to do. I'm just grateful to have all the opportunities that I have in front of me. I'm Julian Colbert. Lorraine County Community College for me allowed me to go at the pace that I wanted to go. Some people might say I'm ahead in some ways, and this has definitely propelled me forward. At the end of May, I'll graduate from Clearview High School. I am going to the Ohio State University in the fall. I earned the Moral Scholarship at Ohio State. The basis of the essay for the scholarship, in a sense, was for me to explain what diversity and inclusion means to me. It goes a little beyond race, deeper into socioeconomic backgrounds. Being mixed, I can sort of fit in with both white and black kids and see both sides of the equation. I was able to cross lines more than most people were, and for a long time I didn't even realize what I was doing. I have to be strong and stable in a way to where I can be relied upon and be the backbone for other people. And that is what I'm most excited for.
We are Lorraine County Community College.
We respond first in a crisis.
We teach your children.
We protect your community.
We care for the elderly.
We start businesses.
We are right here for you, for your family, and for your neighbors.
You can count on LCCC's graduates to keep your community strong, safe, and healthy.
You can count on LCCC.
Flex Factor is a 5-week-long program that is designed to inspire, attract, and recruit young students into advanced manufacturing technologies. I'm Deanna Hersko. I'm the program coordinator for Flex Factor here at Lorraine County Community College. Students have spent the last 5 weeks preparing to solve a problem using technology, building a business plan around that, and selling it today to a panel of business and industry folks, Shark Tank style.
I'm Amaya Keller, and I'm a student at LCCC for early college. Our product was the Jam Pen, which helps solve stress. The pen has sensors that are on the side of it that can detect how fast your heart is beating. It was a mix of learning how to talk to people and persuading them into wanting a product that we made. It just made me more aware of how much is truly happening in the world, and it makes me want to do something to solve it.
Honestly, I didn't really know what I wanted to do going into senior year. I was always more of a math guy than an English guy. I'm Luke Langle from North Ridgeville, Ohio. I am a scholarship student at the University Partnership in the Computer Science and Engineering program with Toledo. It's a way for me to be creative with my side of the brain that I have. With what I'm doing, I feel like I can express myself in my own unique way. Right now, I'm on co-op at Crown Equipment, learning how to do stuff in the real world in regards to software and hardware. I would want to build software to interact with people, to solve problems in that kind of way. I did run cross country in college, which is something I never expected to do. I'm a sporty guy, I guess, and people don't really see like computer engineers as sporty guys. I'm not just a person who sits at home and plays video games. I don't actually play video games that much. There's some people who fall into those generalities, but I'd say a lot of us are pretty cool. You just gotta get to know us.
I'm a registered nurse at Larry Memorial Hospital. I work on the cardiac telemetry floor, observation unit. I'm Jimmy Lopez. I'm 39 years old. What other job can you say that you can go to work every day and you're helping somebody every single day? Lorain County Community College, wow. You guys fit into my life huge. I'm from Lorain, so they have a place in Lorain that you can go. There was a learning center. I feel like I've done a lot. I'm not done yet though. The LCC has that partnership, so I'm just gonna keep going. Ride it all the way through, right? Why not use all my resources? That's what smart people do. Has it been easy? No. But nothing you want is easy in life, right? Without Lorain County Community College, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at today. I wouldn't be sitting here with you guys today, that's for sure. I wouldn't be making a difference in so many people's lives either.
I wanted to make a difference.
I have always loved helping people.
I realized I wanted to become a nurse when nursing called me.
It feels good to know that I help make this community safer.
I love that I'm able to give back to my community every single day I go to work.
The children in my classroom are our future, and I'm helping them grow into amazing adults.
I am Lorain County Community College.
I am LCCC.
We are here for you.
Michaela Stevens.
I actually graduated with 2 of my college degrees before I graduated high school. I'm proud that I did that. Not a lot of people do that. My parents actually both graduated from Lorain County Community College with their associate's degrees. My grandmother received her degree from here as well, and my grandfather came to Lorain County Community College. So it's definitely running in the family. I'm Michaela Stevens. I'm from Grafton, Ohio. I became a student of Lorain County Community College through Midview High School. They provided a College Credit Plus program that I took part in starting my sophomore year. I am very intrigued by the way that the human brain works. I would like to become a behavioral analyst psychologist. I would want to work in the law enforcement field. Next fall, I will be in the university partnership with Cleveland State. When I graduate next spring, I will not have any student loan debt. I will have paid approximately $2,300 for my bachelor's degree.
We're involved with the PIG Math Research Grant, which is about having students use math to solve industry problems.
We are trying to use an algorithm to find anomalies in data.
We're finding red flags. We're looking for indicators of a problem.
There's almost math equations to model for anything in everyday life. Somebody designed everything, and they probably use math for it.
I love math. I actually have a whiteboard at my house that I do problems on.
Math to me is just like puzzles. You're solving problems, you're tackling something in new ways. It's really a creative thing. I'm actually from Chicago, but I came out here because there's a lot of good things said about Lorain County Community College and a lot of opportunities that the students get here.
I just felt like it was getting me out of my comfort zone.
And I really like Professor Dobek and her teaching style.
I think math is best, honestly.
I always thought that if somebody got hurt or somebody fell or somebody was around me that needed help, it was my responsibility to help them. I'm Dan Sumter. I'm an Elyria Police Department detective. I've been a detective for the last 6 years and have been on the department. This is my 21st year. We all have a role. My role is of cell phones. Every investigation involves cell phone, mobile forensics, mobile technology. Everybody has their lives on their phone. The forensics I do on our cell phones solve 99% of our cases. Recently I had a homicide case where 3 guys eventually got life sentences. I was able to recover enough evidence to prove that this wasn't just a random murder, it was a murder for hire case. That's why we got the 3 life sentences, so that was huge. Lorain County Community College fits with the digital forensics and the Elyria Police Department in a way that it kind of kicked off what I do. The equipment that they have and the access that they gave me, I could do anything and everything that I needed to get done. It was like I hit the lottery every day. Every day I'm proud of what I do.
At Lorain County Community College,
our graduates give back. We connect with the community. We have a clear vision. We finish what we start. Start your education. Start your career. Start your story. Our graduates are prepared for the jobs of the future. Lorain County Community College. Start your story today.
I'm a Swiss CNC machinist at EMC Precision, currently completing an engineering internship as well. Hi, I'm Sarah Grieve. We take a bar of material with no dimensions to it, and we run it through a machine with between 10 to 15 tools, and we come out with a precise part afterwards. I just always was into mechanical things. My dad was a machinist. I started LCC actually while I was in high school still. I got a lot of hands-on experience at LCC. I would love to get into making medical parts. That was something my dad did for a long time. I feel like those parts are more meaningful in life and actually change people's lives. And that's something that comes out of this with 3D printing. That's something down the line. The medical industry is growing huge because of this industry. I would like to go back for my bachelor's degree with the LCC partnership through Akron. And then after that, I would love to get in my career as an engineer full-time. I like my job. It's very hands-on. I can see what I did at the end of the day. I can hold my part and feel accomplished.
Getting my education means I can use my brain. I won't have to struggle always. I would rather struggle now than struggle forever. I'm April Fuentes. In 2011, I was fresh out of a marriage. I was a mess. I wanted my girls to see what I am capable of because they are watching me. And I want them to know that they can achieve anything. I'm raising my family in income-based housing so I can achieve my dream. I have to pick and choose what I have to pay each payday or what can wait. Education means I can succeed in what I want. I can earn my own way in this world. The end goal is to earn my master's and PhD. I finally like myself. I like that I'm not done.
I always wanted to be a nurse because I got into a car accident when I was young. My daughter was really badly injured, and the lady that happened to stop and help us, she happened to be a nurse. I'm Brady Spradlin. I'm a wife. I'm a mother of 11 children. I would be a labor and delivery nurse because I know a lot about babies. I went to school and I graduated in 2007 as a medical assistant. Kind of got that one degree and I kind of just got stuck there for a long time because I had kids at home and it was rough. Just never had taken the steps to push forward. And now my kids go here, so now I get to kind of have the best of both worlds because I get to be at school and I still get to see my kids. In May, I will get to graduate with my nursing degree, and my son will graduate from high school from LCC's early college.
Brandy Lynn
I hope that I'm an
Spradlin.
example to my children. I hope. I cannot wait to go back to school and become a midwife. I love babies, and I love pregnant women and bringing a baby into the world. I don't think there's anything better than that.
We are Lorain County Community College.
We respond first in a crisis.
We teach your children.
We protect your community.
We care for the elderly.
We start businesses.
We are right here for you, for your family, and for your neighbors.
You can count on LCCC's graduates to keep your community strong, safe, and healthy.
You can count on LCCC.
(47-34) Hocking over Lorain County Community College at halftime. Commodore is ready to head back on the floor, and the Hawks as well. And my partner Brian LaRocco has the stat sheet from the opening half. And Brian, what's the first thing that jumps out at you?
It's a shooting percentage from Hocking. 57% from the field, 41% from the three. When we said that this rim was looking like a swimming pool in the first half for Hocking, we weren't joking about that.
And actually that 57% probably dropped down from something like 62 because they ended the half, the last 5 minutes, not shooting very well, and that allowed the Commodores to get right back into this basketball game.
And that's been the biggest thing, is that the defense has come into play as well as they can for the Commodores. and it's making the shooting go from being 70-75% with the way that they were shooting down to 50. So that's a huge margin.
Brian, I want to take an opportunity now. We got a little moment of non-action to say hello to one of the folks out there in YouTube land that watches us on a regular basis every Wednesday night, every Saturday afternoon. As the Commodores miss out on the break, there's a big fan in Sandusky. His name's Jerry Schofield. Jerry's watching us today. He's got his big screen TV on. I think he's hanging out in his bed on a Saturday afternoon. I'm jealous of Jerry right now because
there's not a better thing to do on a Saturday besides being here.
There's not a better thing to do on a Saturday than just hang out in bed and watch a big screen TV, especially in the middle of February when there's nothing good to do outside anyways because it's cold. So hi to Jerry Schofield in Sandusky. And Jerry, thanks for watching us all season long. I know Lorain County Community College is happy to have you as a regular watcher on our YouTube channel. Jerry Schofield. Hopefully the Commodores can win one for Jerry today.
It'd be nice.
That foul was on D'Amico Nelson. It was D'Amico's first. The bucket and the foul shot by D'Angelo Lake. Lake's got 5. Leads back to 16 for Hocking. Jenkins went to the basket. Yankees! Shot would not go. It was almost going to be a beautiful little sequence. Jalen just kind of floated that ball up there like it was a magic trick or something, and Derek grabbed it and almost put it in.
As you see,
look at it, yeah.
It's what they don't show though from the beginning is that Hocking is playing this press defense again, and all season long, the press defense has been a big factor against the Commodores, and obviously they've learned from this. If they're able to get away from this press defense, because that was a huge factor when, as Derek Yankee sinks that free throw, that was a huge factor because in the latter minutes of this first half, the Hocking got off that press defense. And that's when the Commodores were able to score.
Here comes Alex Wyatt, Phil in the middle. Right side, Nelson high off the glass. There, D'Amico Nelson.
Ooh, that was a beautiful. Nice little kiss off the glass.
First bucket of the afternoon for the first-year guard out of Cincinnati. Forcing him out of bounds. Foul is either on Yankee or Wyatt. It's Derek's first foul.
Team second.
Yankee was looking for a reason why they called it on him. It looked like he went out of bounds by himself.
Hocking at 10 players score in that first half. Marsh with a steal. Wyatt controls. Alex looking left. Going to take it himself. Comes Hocking quickly the other way. Marsh did a nice job for Jacob. I think that's going to be his second foul, but it was worth it because otherwise it's a layup for.
It's an easy basket, especially with this Hocking team who's not very good from the free throw line. Very smart play.
High arching left-handed shot from Jerron Tinsley. You know, I said 10 players scored. They had 11, Brian. They had 11 score.
The Hocking bench is thinking that they got the ball back.
You know, they had to bring extra seats in, I think, today. The setup crew, the operations crew inside the Ewing Activities Center. Extra seats for the Hocking bench. How about that?
Ooh, beautiful alley-oop.
Woo, what a pass from young Jalen Jenkins to his first-year teammate, D'Amico Nelson.
They have been the dynamic duo this year. They have played so well together.
You know, Coach Eggleston's teams historically have always had good guard play, not only offensively, but especially on ball defensively. And I think that Nelson and Jenkins will turn into those two defensive types next year. They haven't been as good as past guards have been on that perimeter defense, but, you know, they're pretty good. And offensively, they're very good.
It's going to be very interesting to see what happens next year with these two young guards.
Three's in the air, and it's a good one. Hirschberger's got 12.
Hirschberger's finding his range.
Suddenly that lead is snuck back up to 19 points. It's going to be 21. That's a travel. Wow, I can't believe it. They did not call a travel on Lamel Holt.
I'm surprised they didn't call a blocking foul for Jalen Jenkins.
Leads at 20. Now it's at 18. Nelson stopping a pop.
These Hocking players are getting a little chippy.
Yankee, good defense.
Great defense.
Jenkins with trouble in the backcourt with Holt. They're going to call Jalen for the push from behind. That's a good call. And then you saw Jalen Jenkins help up D'Angelo Lake. And Jalen, I think, had he must have been doing a lot of squats this season for great leg strength, because helping Lake up. Let's see, D'Angelo Lake, 6'8", doesn't say how much he weighs, but he is built like a NFL caliber defensive end. That even big. Can you imagine shoulder pads on him? He's a big, strong young man. Put it that way.
He has the Zion Williamson body type.
Yeah, he's big and impressive. And Jalen Jenkins at 6 foot, brought him up, no problem. Yankees got 16.
Personal foul, number 12, Alex Wyatt, in his first team defense.
So a nice drive by Derek Yankee. Used his body to help keep the defender off of him.
He has the advantage because even though he is a big man, he has the speed on most of who's guarding him, because they're bigger than he is, they're thicker than he is, and he's able to use that body and get around with whatever's guarding him or whoever's guarding him.
Sean Parrish Jr. has checked into the game for Hocking. Second free throw for Revelle. Elias Revelle with 8 points. Parrish Jr. is from Louisville, Kentucky. Number 21. Same on defense right now. Working against Wyatt. Blocked Alex's shot. Alex got it back. He's going to shoot free throws. D'Angelo Lake never thinks that he commits a foul. Going to get a look at it. Wyatt inside. Alex going to steal it. Or actually, D'Amico stole it. And Alex picked up the loose change.
As I was walking around outside during the halftime, I did hear some not so nice words coming from D'Angelo Lake about the fouls, that the charging foul, and what's been going on with him today.
Young man at the foul line right now, Alex Wyatt. Graduated summa cum laude in high school.
So not only is he a good basketball player, he's as smart as a whip. He's as quick as a whip.
Alex with 9 points. His team down 17. Commodores jumped out to an 8-4 early lead, and then Hocking College got hot as hot can be as Yankees going to pick up a foul. Going right at him with strength was Elias Revelle that time. Hocking got hot. They took a 20-point lead at 41-21. Commodores battled back, cut it to 12 just before the half. And Hocking has kind of opened it up again here in the first 4.5 minutes of this second half.
They're trying to get these floodgates to just swing open, and the Commodores are fighting pretty hard to make sure that doesn't happen, but it's going to be a tough challenge for the Commodores to stop these Hocking Hawks.
You saw a cutaway shot a moment ago of Coach Eggleston with number 10, Darian Jackson, his first-year guard out of Clearview High School. Darian has now entered
the Energizer Bunny.
Yep, the Energizer Bunny, that's for sure. Love watching him play basketball. He is instant energy on the floor, and his team always needs it. On the break, Wyatt from Yankee.
That was a great pass from Yankee. It's always something when you see a big man who's able to actually pass the ball and make these finesse passes without throwing him through the wall with his power.
Well, and see the floor, you know.
Yep.
You got to see the floor before you can make the pass, and done a nice job of that. That was Paris with that shot. He's got 8 off the bench. Jenkins with a little bit of room.
A little too soft going up to the rim there.
The women's game today, Brian, was canceled. Hocking called yesterday to Katie Marquardt, our athletic director here at Lorain County Community College, as Wyatt scores inside. Alex got 13 points and said that they don't have enough players and they will not be bringing a team up. So it's unfortunate for the Commodore women's team because they've been playing real well lately, and they had knocked off Hocking in the first meeting this year down there at Hocking College.
I was when you texted me yesterday and told me that the game was canceled, I was pretty sad about it because I love watching our women play basketball.
I'd love to see the replay on that. I'm not sure why Darian Jackson got called for the foul. Darian was literally standing in the key waiting for the rebound and tumbling over top of him, going up to grab the rebound and coming down on top of Darian was Holt, who's going to shoot free throws right now. Darian got up. He was glad he didn't have a concussion, and he looked at the official and he said, "That's on me."
Yeah, it's from what I saw with this free throw going in. From what I saw, the reason that they were calling it is because he had hands. That's what these referees are looking for, is how the hands are going and if he's reaching for the ball and stuff like that. Unfortunately, they're looking for the hands and where they're hitting the other player. I don't think it was a good call, but unfortunately, it's the way of basketball.
I think they gave the points just now to the Commodores on the scoreboard. Maybe not. I thought it was a 19-point lead going into those free throws. But somebody would have noticed, specifically from the Hocking bench. So they must be correct. Wyatt to Jenkins. Jalen left side, gonna go right at it. Oofa. It's Jackson chasing it down. Darian's gonna shoot free throws.
That was a big block. Janet Jenkins was in there with the land of the Giants and sent that home pretty quick.
Personal fouls on number 25.
That foul is on Lamel Holt. Here's a look at the young Darian Jackson. Darian's family, Darian's from Clearview High School, and if you watch the Super Bowl this year, there was a linebacker starting for the Kansas City Chiefs from Clearview High School, Anthony Hitchens.
Yep.
Hitchens, of course, a Super Bowl champion now with the Chiefs, started his pro career with the Dallas Cowboys, was an Iowa Hawkeye before that, and a Clearview Clipper all the way back in high school. Well, that's Darian Jackson's cousin. So the family genes and athleticism run deep.
I'd be asking for
tickets.
I'd be asking for tickets every time. Every time I saw him, I'd be like, "Hey, can I get some tickets?" What's his name? Travis Kelce. He's from the Cleveland area too.
He's from Cleveland Heights.
Yep.
And then the defensive tackle for the Chiefs from Glenville High School.
Was it Ford? Is that who that was?
I'm going to say it's Hunt or something like that.
Something like that.
But anyways, there were 3 Northeastern Ohioans in that Super Bowl. This is Jackson on the break. Used his body to keep the defender away. Nice job by Darian Jackson. Boy, beautiful reverse layup. Keemon Morris. Wyatt will shoot the 3.
As Derek Yankee was taking a tumble down there.
Derek was just trying not to get run over. I mean, somebody stepping on his head. He was already run over. He was laying on the ground just hoping that nobody stepped on his head. Foul in the backcourt. It is going to go against Hocking. It's Elias Ravel with his third. David Cedeno-Martel has checked back into the game. Jacob Marsh will take a seat. Marsh is out with 10 points, or 7 points rather.
Well-deserved rest. He's played probably about 25 minutes of this game.
Marsh, one of the 4 sophomores. Cedeno-Martel with the ball in his hand, the other. Being honored today here in their final home game as a Commodore. Yankee and Alex Wyatt, the other 2. This is Jackson. He's had 4 recently, and that one almost rolled in. Would have given him an opportunity at 7 off the bench.
I would have loved to have seen that roll in. That would have made the crowd stand up on their feet, because all that is a circus shot. That's something you see out of Space Jam.
Space Jam. Of course, the famous NBA player in Space Jam. Well, the original Space Jam.
Michael Jordan. Not gonna lie, I am very excited for when they make Space Jam 2. For when Space Jam 2 comes.
You excited for the All-Star festivities last night, tonight, and then of course tomorrow?
I watched a little bit of the celebrity game last night before the movie. I am very excited for tonight to watch the. I actually enjoy the skills challenge and 3-point shootout more than I do the dunk contest nowadays.
Did anybody make the big 3 last night? Didn't they put a new 3-point shot in this year where it's like from 26 feet or something like that?
If they did, I didn't see that part because I was unable to watch the whole game. But if they did, then I'm not sure, unfortunately.
Maybe I read that wrong.
But then going into tomorrow night, it's going to be very interesting with the new rules that they're playing up to 24 to honor Kobe Bryant. And Team Giannis is wearing number 2. The entire team is wearing number 2 for Gianna Bryant. Giannis is wearing 24 and LeBron's wearing number 2 for Gianna Bryant. It's going to be very interesting to watch what's going to happen on Sunday.
Yep. Jackson going to go back to the foul line. You mentioned the slam dunk competition. Jackson's coach, Coach Eggleston, who's over there on the Commodore bench. In game, he actually blew up a backboard once when he was playing professionally in Poland.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah. I mean, he just shattered it. Went crashing down all around him.
So we got our own Shaq playing here, or coaching here at LCCC.
We got our own Shaq right here. Or Daryl Dawkins.
Oh, geez, Daryl Dawkins. Chocolate Thunder. I can't imagine how many
he broke
times.
A backboard in an NBA game, I think.
He did. I can't imagine how many he's done in his entire life. Unfortunately, he's gone now, but that should be a new NBA statistic, is how many backboards you've broken in your career.
Yankee with the block. Comes Nelson.
Get that out of here. Derek Yankee with the block.
Right at Derek. Nice feed into Nelson. D'Amico's in trouble. He tried to save it. It was the smart play.
Tried to skip that off of a Hawk.
Open look for a 3, and Ryan Archie Jr. hit it. He's got 7.
Even the audience thought that was a travel.
Well, it was one of 2 things: either a travel or a charge, or a blocking foul. It was kind of.
And Derek Yankee just got popped in the mouth too. These referees are letting a lot of stuff go on this court.
Tinsley back in the game for Hocking.
Checking in for the Commodores, Winston Johnson.
First action of the afternoon, Winston Johnson, the first-year player out of Avon High School. Johnson, a 6'3" guard for Coach Eggleston. David Cedeno-Martel with the floater. Front of the rim would not, or back of the rim would not drop. His mother right now is in Spain, just in anguish, waiting for that basket to to suck up the ball of her son.
That lid's on there tight for David.
Leads now at 22. It's the largest of the afternoon for Hocking.
Number 13, Ryan Archer Jr. His second, team 7th.
Jackson's back at the foul line. Darian 4 of 6 this afternoon. He's got 6 total points, and that's all within the last 4 minutes of this game.
You know, this is the first that I've seen. I've never seen a community college with cheerleaders. It's been very, very interesting here today.
Hocking has brought their cheerleaders here. It's been fun to have that energy in the gym.
2 points for Jackson.
Lob inside, up and over the defense. Nice play.
That was a nice play. It just toilet bowled out.
Jackson with balance. How Darian got that shot off was amazing. Cedeno Martel going to have to play some defense. David does. And I think Darian Jackson took a charge. He did. And you know, Jackson set up inside. Somebody ran him over.
We see that Cedeno Martel he's trying to get that basket to open up for him, but he's playing good defense. It's not like he's not doing anything out there. He's playing very good defense, and he's playing with his heart, and he's showing that he can play this game. It's gonna be sad to see him go.
That was a good look at David's defense, and then Darian's ability to take that charge. Jackson's back at the foul line, 6 of 8. Hocking on the break. They got a 2-on-3 break. Wow, D'Amico Nelson. Woo! He went high to get the steal, then did the spin. Johnson with a rebound.
He had that Randy Moss catch there with that steal.
Jenkins will shoot the 3 from his teammate. D'Amico Nelson. Jalen Jenkins. Got 11 points. Floater, in and out. Comes Jenkins quickly, fill in the middle, looking left, going left, laying it up. Ball knocked out of bounds off the Hawks. It's good news. 3 players from Hocking make it 4. Now up, ready to come back in the basketball game. Hocking 16-12 on the season. Lorraine County Community College 3-21 on the season. Last time these two teams played against each other, the Hawks had a 12-point win down at Hocking College. Hocking Hills, great place to go if you're I was a college student at Ohio University once upon a time, and Hocking Hills are just a beautiful place. Nice place for a weekend visit.
Unfortunately, I've never been, but I have been down to Cincinnati, and I've probably passed through it while going down to Cincinnati.
Foul's on Holt. Jenkins at the foul line. They asked Jalen what his favorite food was in Lorain County because he's from Cuyahoga County.
Mm-hmm.
You know what his answer was?
I'm going to guess pizza.
Uncle Bo's Barbecue Restaurant and the Golden Corral.
Oh, okay.
Golden Corral and Uncle Bo's Barbecue Restaurant. You can't go wrong with barbecue. I'll tell you that right now.
My favorite barbecue place is Famous Dave's in North Olmsted. Fantastic. Their brisket is just to die for.
Our director, Adam Muska, in our headset right now saying agreed. Famous Dave's is great. Who's Famous Dave's named after?
I'm assuming somebody named Dave.
See if you're paying attention, Brian.
Unfortunately, I don't know the actual name, but I was a judge in Buffalo, New York one year for a rib cook-off, and I'll tell you, I've made more ribs that day than I have in my entire life.
I might have to go get me some barbecue ribs tonight. Guys are just making me hungry. D'Angelo Lake looking good inside. He's got 7. This is Johnson. Jenkins is open. D'Amico Nelson finishes it. D'Amico's got 8.
D'Amico Nelson made that a alley-oop for himself.
Alex Wyatt back in. Nice work by Winston Johnson. Little trouble at half court. Commodores trapping it up. Jump ball. And the boys in white going to get the ball back.
And that was Jalen Jenkins, too. Going up against 6'8" D'Angelo Lake.
Coach Eggleston standing next to his first-year guard, Jason Becca. Sending Jason into the game. Jalen saw the opening and took it. Boy, got it back, didn't get it.
Just a little too strong on that finger roll.
This is Holt. LaMelo Holt. He's got 6.
Hit that baby sky hook.
There's the floater. That one off a little. D'Amico Nelson, though, staying with the play. Alex Wyatt got it off the glass. Wyatt's got 15.
Taking it in for himself, bumping bodies on the bottom. All good. Alex Wyatt.
So the Commodores are down 15 with 7 minutes to go. What can they make of it in the next 7 minutes? Win the next 7 minutes. See what happens. Go stop by stop, and there's one.
Great defense there.
Picking up a foul in the backcourt will be number 15 for Hocking. It's Ben Hirschberger.
15, Ben Hirschberger is first.
Wyatt's going to go to the free throw line, but we're going to take a timeout before we get to that. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll be back.
Timeout. Hawks.
We are Lorain County Community College.
We respond first in a crisis.
We teach your children.
We protect your community.
We care for the elderly.
We start businesses.
We are right here for you, for your family, and for your neighbors.
You can count on LCCC's graduates to keep your community strong, safe, and healthy.
You can count on LCCC.
All right, sorry for the timeout there. We were adjusting our new guest's headset, Venetia Billings, the first-year player for the Commodore women. Venetia, welcome to the basketball broadcast.
Hi.
Now speak loud, use your outside voice, as your mother would tell you. And Venetia, you have no problem speaking loud. Tell the audience how many brothers you've grown up with.
About 7.
About 7?
Yeah.
Is it about 7 or is it 7?
7.
And Venetia, where are you in the family dynamics?
I'm a middle child.
Middle child. So you've got brothers looking out for you on both ends.
Yes.
It's awesome. Venetia Billings has had an outstanding freshman year here at Lorain County. Venetia, there you are. You want to say hi to anybody at home?
No.
Brothers? Mom? Dad?
No.
No? Don't want to talk?
No.
No. Okay. Well, we'll talk basketball. Venetia, it's been a great year for you this year, not only in basketball, but volleyball as well. Has it been fun athletically for you?
Yes, very fun. sports is life. So.
Yeah, I know that you love to play. Are you going to play softball in the spring here?
No, I'm not a softball fan.
No. Well, maybe you should try to go out. That's Jackson with the basket that will not count. They'll say Darian traveled with the basketball. Venetia, today would have been the final home game of the season for you, for the women's team. Hocking forfeited, didn't have enough players. Were you disappointed?
I think as a team we were all disappointed. It was supposed to be, sophomore night, so we had maybe 3 girls that couldn't walk: Maya McDonald, Bree, and Haley Sprouse. So weren't able to give them
Bree Gallagher. Haley.
Yeah.
Those are 3 good teammates too, aren't they?
Yes. Bree, she can shoot, and so can Haley. Haley, dominates in the 3. So.
And Maya comes in and plays great defense. I mean,
Maya brings a lot of energy to the plate.
You played volleyball with Maya as well.
Yes. Maya was our libero, so she was there with me for basketball and volleyball.
And for the volleyball novices out there, explain what the libero is. Libero
is basically the dominant in the back row for.
The Libra is a horoscope sign. Are you a Libra?
No.
No. All right, back to the libero.
A libero basically dominates in the back row for volleyball. They come in and out, and they basically are the best player in the back row to get the ball up and play.
So, Venetia, you and your teammate Ashley Elliott are sitting here watching the men's game today. When you're watching a game, what's going through your mind? Are you analyzing as you're watching?
We analyze and we see what we should do from them for ourselves. Like today, we were just up there thinking about their press breaker and what we need to do as a team to break a press, because we struggle to break a press. So watching them break the press and get through it, that's what we were looking at to see how can we use what they were doing for ourselves.
Do you do that often? Do you watch basketball when you have the opportunity to do it?
Yes, I watch basketball at least 2 times a week for my brother's basketball games, so all boys sports, and I honestly think watching boys sports helps a lot. Boys play more controlled, and obviously they're sometimes going to be more athletic, and it's easier to see what you're not doing as a female from a guy's point of view. And then with Coach Marty, he's a big help in with his team, because he teaches them the right way of doing things, so it helps us girls watching him.
Venetia, coming out of high school from Clearview and playing here at Lorain County Community College in the Division III competition level, in the community college level, in a conference, the Ohio Community College Athletic Conference, that Owens last year was national runner-up in the nation.
Heard.
And 4 of the women that played on that national runner-up team played against you here in this gym 2 weeks ago. I mean, so it's a good step up from high school basketball, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the pace is definitely faster. Having a shot clock is a big throw off there, but I think I don't know, the game is just more intense, I would say, than high school it would be.
Hawks with the steal, and that dunk's going to get waved off. You know what's been impressive, Venetia, about this Hocking team? They dressed 15 guys today, and in the first half, 11 of them scored. Not 11 played, 11 scored.
Everyone's scoring, and look at the score. It shows.
They've got 83. Here's a team that's got, if they win today, they'll win for the 17th time this season, but in that OCAC, 1-8. I mean, that's how tough that, not only tough on the women's side, but it's tough on the men. Yeah, this team is 1-8 in conference play. But if they win today, they've got 17 overall wins.
They got enough to have 3 different teams go out there and play.
And the way they play, they rotate them in, 5 in, 5 out a lot. Commodores have battled. They're still only down 17 with about 5.5 left. Nice little floater from Landon Springler. Springler's got 11 points off the bench. Venetia, you averaged a double-double this year. I mean, I know you got a couple of games left. Is Jalen Jenkins. I love watching Jalen Jenkins play. The point guard from Willoughby South, he's a complete player. When you watch, other people play basketball, do you notice those nuances and say, I mean, Jalen can kind of do anything. Everything out there. Do you see that?
As a player, yes.
Yeah, as a player. So the double-double question I had, is that something that was a goal of yours?
No, it never was. Even in high school, I averaged a double-double, but it's never a goal. I would say for basketball, one of my goals is to get past 10 rebounds a game. I try to, because I'm tall, and I feel like if I get out-rebounded by people that are shorter than me, that means I'm not trying. That means I'm not jumping. So I would say it is a goal to get at least 10 rebounds a game, but the points just come with it, I guess, when I'm trying to just win and score. And a lot of my girls on my team, you know, aren't comfortable yet of getting out their box, and maybe it'll be different next year. So I just feel like it's something I have to try to do.
You were very young, not you yourself, but I mean team-wise, you know.
Yes.
You know, a lot of first-year players
on this
freshmen,
team. Yes.
And so the key to rebounding is what in your mind?
I think the key to rebounding is boxing out and making sure you're jumping for the ball. I mean, I think an offensive rebound, you can get an offensive rebound, you put it back up. That's 2 more points just on the clock.
Yep.
I mean, on the board.
Yankees shot inside has cut this deficit to 14. Then that defensive stop is key. Really, Venetia, with 4.5 minutes left. And if you look, Hocking's got 10 team fouls. So that means every time there's a whistle blown, the Commodores are going to shoot 2 free throws, and the clock's not going to start. You know, so they're going to get a silent clock and an opportunity to score 2 points, like right now.
Right now.
So 14 down 4 with 4.5. That's not insurmountable.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Especially when you have Derek shooting. You know, Derek usually makes his free throws. So
Yankee 2 of 3 from the foul line so far this afternoon. The other night, on Wednesday night, in that heartbreaking loss to Tri-C, Derek was 10 of 11 from the foul line.
Yeah,
so,
he's pretty good.
Venetia hit it on the head.
I would just drive, honestly. You drive, they're gonna foul.
Well, you know that, as you know, Derek's the big on the men's team, you're the big on the women's team, so you know what he's going through. He would know what you're going through. You're right. If you're inside and you drive, they're gonna foul you.
And if you know you can make the free throw, you might as well just take the foul.
Venetia, what are you studying here at Lorain County Community College? As you just put your hands up in the air, because Derek made 2 free throws.
I knew he was going to make it.
Make them both. Jenkins with a steal ahead to D'Amico Nelson. D'Amico went for the dunk. Oh no! Oh no! Down 13. You better make that dunk. You know what? That's a 4-point swing, isn't it? You missed 2 here. You gave up 2 there. If D'Amico lays that up, it's 85-75. It's a 10-point game. Marsh with defense.
Yeah, nice hustle. Way to get back.
Sean Paris.
I like that they haven't tried. They're still trying. They're not giving up yet.
No.
With a lot of time left.
Nice pass. Jenkins. Beautiful vision. Yankees got 22. Hocking right back down the floor, though. The Hawks are doing everything they can not to let the Commodores set up defensively. They don't want to play a half-court game right now, Hocking. They want to run the ball. Jenkins with a spot-up 3. Jalen's got 16 points, and that includes 2 threes, both here in the second half. Marsh with some defense. Jacob on the floor. Lots of players on the floor. Whistle and a foul, and I believe the foul will be called on Hocking's number 5, and that is Landon Springler. Did they call? No, they just said they were out of bounds on the sideline. So Coach Eggleston's going to call a timeout. Venetia, we want to thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You did a great job. What's your field of study right now?
Right now I'm studying for sonography.
All right, so sonography changes or, you lose interest in it. Think about broadcast communications. You really did a nice job.
Thank you. I'll think about it.
Venetia Billings, the double-double woman for the Commodores of Lorain County Community College. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. Venetia's going to give the headsets back to Brian LaRocco, and we'll come back for the final 3:09.
I'll go this way.
We are Lorain County Community College.
We respond first in a crisis.
We teach your children.
We protect your community.
We care for the elderly.
We start businesses.
We are right here for you, for your family, and for your neighbors.
You can count on LCCC's graduates to keep your community strong, safe, and healthy.
You can count on LCCC.
Brian, you know, I know we pay you a lot of money to do this, but, you know, V's coming after your money, bro. She did a great job.
I walk away from the broadcast booth for 1 second, and I see that my job has been taken. No, but I was listening on YouTube. I was watching the game from the YouTube, and she did a great job.
Hey, we got a game here. It's 13 points.
Yeah.
For the first time all afternoon, Hocking has pulled it out and really worked the shot clock, and they did a nice job, and they get the easy look inside because of it. That's Tinsley. He's got 7. That's his first basket of the second half.
It's been a very competitive, high-tempo game, and the Commodores did not want to see it slowed down with Hocking holding on to the ball for the shot clock.
So this is Jenkins back at the foul line. It's Damian Clark Jr. with his 3rd foul. Jalen Jenkins, as Venetia Billings put it, done a little bit of everything today. That has been his MO all season long. Just been a pleasure to watch him play.
I was, as I was watching too, I saw D'Amico Nelson go up for that high range dunking. Unfortunately, it just careens off the rim. That was something to watch though.
Commodores looking for a stop. They get a stop and a bucket. Cut the lead to 10. 7 on the shot clock. With urgency, Wyatt blocked the shot. There's the buzzer. Commodores got their stop.
Great.
Inside 2 minutes, they need a bucket and then another stop. You know, like possession right now. Yep. Don't think we're down 13 with 1:53. Think, let's get a bucket and then get a stop. And let's get another bucket and another stop.
It's only one play at a time here. Think about the play that you're on right now. Don't think about what you're going to do in the future.
Jackson out top. A guard Marsh type because Jacob could make it a 10-point game in a heartbeat with an outside 3. Derek with good moves inside. Wyatt back up, got fouled. He'll look for the 3-point play.
Strong on the inside. Get that foul going for the 3-point right here.
There's a great look inside. Derek's going to go in, and then watch Alex Wyatt. Alex Wyatt's extra work coming right in the middle of your screen there. Kept it alive, went up with strength, got hit twice, got hit by 2 players actually. Ravel hit him, and so did Sean Paris.
Damian Clark Jr. didn't see him coming through the middle, and well, Alex Wyatt made his presence known after he got that ball.
Alex completes the 3-point play. He's got 18. Looking for the stop. Yankee really altered that shot. Derek did a nice job. Jenkins with a steal. Jalen 2-on-1 to Alex Wyatt. Laid it up, laid it in.
8-point game.
It is an 8-point game, ladies and gentlemen.
Commodores are coming in hot.
Comes Hocking. Oh, Jacob Marsh almost with a steal.
They're playing that press defense, making sure nothing comes easy for this Hocking's team.
Alex Wyatt, he's trying to get a foul called. He wants to stop the clock. You had mentioned that Hocking not real good at the foul line, you know, as a team. So that's where they're going to send them. The Commodores are going to send the Hawks to the foul line over the next 54 seconds here and see if they can. It's going to say, hey, if you make your shots, we'll tip our caps. Walk off the floor, say good game. But if you miss them, gives them an opportunity, the Commodores, to maybe pull off an upset here. Holt's 2 of 2, actually now 3 of 3, though, on the second half from the foul line. It's one miss at a time. Quickly down the floor. Jenkins, step back, hesitation 3. Yep, Derek's going to shoot free throws. He got pushed hard inside. Yankee got pushed by Sean Paris. And
this game is going to come right down to the wire.
46 seconds left. Commodores down 9. Yankee makes them both. They're down 7. Yankee 4 of 5 from the foul line this afternoon. pressure in the backcourt. Jalen with a quick foul, and Landon Springler is going to run down the floor. He's going to shoot some free throws. Springler from Indiana, first-year player, guard. It's out of New Albany, Indiana. They like to play basketball in that state west of Ohio.
That's where everybody thinks that that basketball was born.
Yeah, they think Dr. Naismith had absolutely nothing to do with it, right?
Nope, not a thing.
Not in Indiana.
No. I think I read a stat where Indiana held the largest high school basketball game ever attended. They held it in the Hoosier Dome.
Well, I made a Hoosiers reference last night at a Valentine's Day dinner that my wife and I were at. We were sitting with a couple that we had met for the first time, and of course you're kind of telling each other who you are, where you're from, and stuff like that. And I had mentioned my wife and I had 4 children, and the couple asked, do you have plans to have any more? And I said, nope, my team's on the floor. And the guy looked at me kind of odd, and I said, do you ever see the movie Hoosiers? And he goes, no. And I said, well, Gene Hackman had a player foul out, and another kid went to jump into the game to be the 5th player on the floor, and Hackman was mad at the young man, said, no, you're staying on the bench, and the official says, coach, you need 5 on the floor, and he looked at him and says, my team's on the floor, meaning 4. He was playing with 4. About 25 seconds left in this game, and Hocking's going to walk out of here with a win as they're now up 12, but it was a great finish by the Commodores. I hate to sound like a broken record because I know that they want to win with only 3 on the season, their last one coming before Christmas, but they have really played their hearts out here at home this year.
They've been a fun team to watch. This team has nothing to be ashamed of because they're coming in. A lot of these players are first-year players, and they haven't played a lot together, but over the season they've all gotten very used to playing with each other, and it's been fun to watch them. They have nothing to be ashamed of.
98-86 the final. Hocking will improve to 17-12 on the season. Commodores will drop to 3-22, but not without a hard-fought battle today. Up next for the Commodores, they travel to Owens Community College on this Wednesday, to play an afternoon tip against Owens. That game starts at 3 o'clock. And for Brian LaRocco, myself, Adam Muska, Jeremy George, a laundry list of Robert and Brian and Tim and everybody else here. I want to say, Carolyn, I want to say thank you to, Jamie and Sean.
It really is a laundry list.
The great production team that has put on these broadcasts all season long. They've done a great job. It's been our pleasure to bring you Commodore basketball, both from the women's side and the men's side on the home games, all the home games in January and February. And, as the Commodores walk off the floor for the final time this year at home, we wish them well. There's Coach Eggleston and Coach Keshok as they'll walk off. And go address their team in the locker room. It's been our pleasure to bring them to bring their broadcast to all of the folks this year on our YouTube channel. So Brian, thank you for joining us this year. You're a student in our arts Associate of Arts program. You are part of the radio station. Yep. Can folks listen to you online, Brian? You want to give yourself a plug?
Yeah, I'll give myself a plug, and I think that camera over there is looking at me. It was somewhere over there.
Yeah.
I'll give myself a plug. I have my own YouTube channel. It's called Stub Club Entertainment. We also do a podcast every Wednesday night, so listen to that. It's called The Boo Brothers because we like doing the paranormal stuff. I am a nerd. I love my sports, but I also am a nerd.
The Boo Brothers.
The Boo Brothers, like
scary.
Yeah, like
Boo.
Scooby-Doo and the Boo Brothers. If you ever watched that movie. But I do plan on being back here next year because I really do enjoy doing this, and then after that, I plan on going to Ashton University.
Great.
To continue my career in broadcasting. But I want to thank you, Ron, for allowing me to do this. And
you did a great job, Brian. We're so glad to have you have your start here, and you're always welcome with us. So, keep that in mind, all right?
Yep.
Brian LaRocco, say hi to your dad as you sign off.
Bye, Dad. Thanks for watching.
Hey, for the entire production team at Lorain County Community College, thank you all. And thank you all for watching on our YouTube channel. Have a great February. Look forward to spring.
Yeah.
It's right around the corner.
It's right around the corner.
Good afternoon, everyone.